Bink's Break Room Podcast. What it do? Today is Thursday. Hey, real quick off the top, I got an email. Somebody asked me about the intro music for the show. You know, what we doing? What we doing? I'll be in the break room. So that's how I got Epic. They thought it was a real song. They're like, where can I download that song? I was like, wow. So that's how I got Epic, who's an artist himself and an engineer and a producer. But he did that particular beat exclusively for the podcast. So we're gonna make that available on the website real soon, so people can download it and take it with you. Because the beat do go hard. It kind of remind me of that song. I mean, I don't know how versed you are with music, but that boy Jacquees got a song called "In the Club" that was hot, maybe about almost 2 years ago, and that's what that song remind me of. But thank you so much for the email. I mean, you can email us too. You have questions about the show, about Media Room 360, just holler at us. It's that simple. Download the app. It's real simple. Go to Media Room 360, Google, download it, and we good to go. Action. Before we really get started with the show, I got to talk to you about something. Can I pull action? Oh, there you go. What's up, man? You all right?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I just want to tell everybody, I get all the hate mail, though, okay? I get all the hate mail.
Yeah, any hate mail, anything you don't like, just send it to action. But you know, from time to time, we end up in conversations where we end up talking about this right here. This brand that was out years ago. Bam. I went and found my hoodie. I thought I had left it somewhere, but I found it. But Starberry, who played in the NBA, Stephon Marbury, Georgia Tech graduate, played in the NBA for a couple of seasons, ended up leaving the league and going to Japan. But what he did for his fans, basically for the African-American culture, he made gear for everybody, and he made it affordable. Everything that he made, from the shoes to the jeans to the hoodies to the jeans, he had jeans, was $8.68. And nobody supported it. No, I take that back. Me and you supported it because you got the same one.
Yeah, same one.
It was good for a couple of, I don't know, maybe a year or two, or maybe a couple of months, and then it just kind of faded out. It couldn't compete with the Jordans, and I don't know who else was hot in the league at that time. The Jason Kidds and the LeBron was just coming out. Melo was hot back then, but I just hated that we didn't support that movement. The store that it was sold out of. Oh yeah, absolutely. And to your point, we still got it, and the material is still good. It hasn't shrunk. Yeah. This do better than some of my Nike hoodies. You know, this do better than all the other stuff that I had. Shawnee, you had some Starberry stuff.
Blasphemy.
I had a lot of Starberry stuff, and at the time, that's when I was married, so I had my stepson. So
yeah,
we would hit up Stephen Barry all the time.
Stephen Barry, that was the name of it. But I'm just saying that whole thing was beautiful, man. But we didn't support it. I mean, that should have been like the number one shoe or number one brand. Could have been as big as FUBU. Could have been as big as Karl Kani, South Pole, Echo, NYC, like all of South Pole. Did I say South Pole already?
And see, here's the thing, though. It's like, they were so reasonable and so affordable to get that you got so many of them that I couldn't even go through the rotation half the time. You know, I still have like brand new shoes in boxes sitting in my closet because every week he come out with something new. Every week they put out something new, and you'd be like, "Oh, I got to get those." And it's like, man, I had so many Starberry shoes, hoodies, hats, sweatsuits, shorts.
I think about that all the time, man. Shout out Big Frank Harris that just checked in. What's up, baby? Love you, Frank. But I think about that all the time. We'd rather spend $690 on some Jordans than go buy 8, 9, 10 pairs of J's for, that'll last you a lifetime. Like this hoodie is from '02. It's still dope. It hasn't shrunk. The material is amazing. And all the other stuff got holes under the arms and all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that. Action, Shani, how y'all doing, man?
Good.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah.
Now we were supposed to dive back into the Trey Songz stuff. We talked about it.
Yeah, kind of left off there.
We kind of left off there. Do we got? We don't have that video handy, do we? No. We were supposed to look at that view from up top that they had on TMZ.
Oh, Cicely Tyson died?
No. Yeah. Just now?
It started. Just see this. Oh my God, I'm speechless.
It just come across the news. I take my phone. Let me check the phone. Hey, sorry. This
is breaking news.
This is live right here.
She was 93. She was 93.
He's 96.
96. Oh my God. Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow.
What's the source?
TMZ. Yeah. Let's see. It doesn't say.
Wow.
Let's see. What was wrong? Was
TMZ? It probably just old age, but TMZ just. Hey, if TMZ got it, it's pretty much is they don't get too much stuff wrong on TMZ.
They don't say. They just say she has died. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But wow, I was expecting her to live to be like 106. Wow.
Like Miss Pittman when she played Miss Pittman.
Yeah, Jane Pittman.
I mean, well, every picture that we've seen of her, we haven't seen her sick or anything. She's always thriving. And I think of like my grandmother. My grandmother's 92. My grandfather was 94. He would have been 95, but he passed last year. Well, in our family, some of the women lived to 103. 101, 102.
Right.
And it looked good. So when our sister, that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, she doing good. And then to find out that she died, I don't know. The world just stopped.
And I know she received a couple of awards or something. They made sure they gave her flowers like in the last 2 years because I seen her on a lot of stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, she still was working. I know. I think she was doing some stuff with Tyler Perry.
Yeah. She's amazing. I mean, as an actress, she's amazing. And for all you young kids out there, get your Google machines, get them to working, and Google Cicely Tyson. Check out some of her movies, see what she did, see the work she put in, and she's amazing. So rest in power to her, and those close to her, our prayers go out.
She won 2 Emmys for lead actress in 1974 for the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. The year before that, she was nominated for the Best Actress Oscar for a movie in Sounder. She started as
Sounder was good too.
In New York City. She was on the covers of Ebony, Jet, Harper's Bazaar, and Vogue. But they say that her mom was not too pleased, telling her that she couldn't live in the family house if she pursued entertainment. Yeah.
Well, you got to think about it. That's the 50s and the 40s.
But still, it's like, can you imagine if she would have listened to her mom? Not saying, not advocating that, not advocating that.
No, you're 100% right.
If she would have listened to her mom, we would have been robbed of a true artist.
I just remember her in Roots. I remember her in Roots, and I remember her in the Richard Pryor movie when Richard Pryor was the bus driver. You know what I'm talking about? It's not Which Way Is Up.
Bustin' Loose.
It's Bustin' Loose.
Bustin' Loose.
And I remember her and Richard Pryor That was a funny movie. Bustin' Loose. I remember they was on that bus, and that was amazing.
Yeah. What's up, Dave?
Hi, Dave. Yeah. So, well,
I mean, who left? Who left, y'all? Let's go down the list because the other lady, I don't want to butcher her name, Cloris Lee. Oh God, she passed away. Yes, her. Yeah.
I'm like, who is he now?
And see, I don't even know who she was. Like, I know she had a talk show like before Dinah Shore, like in the 60s, I think. She had a talk show.
You know her.
Yeah.
What did she play? What is she playing?
Let's see.
Like I said, I just know she had a talk show.
She was in Young Frankenstein. I mean, Cloris Leachman. I mean, she did a lot of older stuff. But I mean, she was a great actress, though. I mean, probably stuff before you because she's a lot older actress.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I at least I would think I would know something. But I was kind of surprised her name didn't ring a bell. But when we talk about the older end of African American leaders, I'm just thinking like in their 80s and their 90s, I can't even name nobody.
Yeah.
Ruby and Ozzy are gone. The oldest actor that I can think of that we have left is Betty White, and then she just turned 99.
Betty White just turned 99 on January something. Yeah.
No, I mean we still got. We got. Let's see.
Minister Louis Farrakhan is 89, I think.
Is it Billy D still around? Billy D still around?
Billy D is 80. He 80 something. Yep.
Louis Gossett Jr. still around?
He's in his 80s too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we still got some greats still walking around.
Stevie Wonder.
Is Sidney Poitier doc?
No, Stevie Wonder. I mean, Sidney Poitier is good. And what's the Dale do? Dale not Blair Underwood.
Harry Belafonte.
He's still kicking it. I know he's 90 plus. Oh yeah, Harry Belafonte. Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
Frank Harris just co-signed it. Sidney Poitier is still with us. So I'm just saying, man, I just think about, what did in the last couple of days, Hank Aaron, Clitoris. Oh, I'm sorry. Chloe. What's her name?
God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you hear how you almost butchered that though, Shani?
I know. I'm sorry.
Like
I apologize.
Cloris
Leachman. Cicely Tyson. And this just happened. In case you're just tuning in, we just found out that legendary actress and activist Cicely Tyson has just passed away. Story just broke on TMZ.com. You heard it here on the break room. Man, condolences to all the families involved, and I mean just the trailblazer, the trail that she left for the Taraji P. Hensons, for the Angela Bassett's, for the what's the scandal girl name?
Kerry Washington.
For the Kerry Washingtons of the world. For the what's the girl that played in Crooklyn? Played in Love and Basketball, the mama. She was the mama in Crooklyn too.
Oh,
Allie, is it Allie? 80 at
it starts with the A. I can't even say
her name. Alfre Woodard.
Alfre Woodard, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all of those actresses, Cicely Tyson paved the way for all of them.
Frank's on point tonight. I mean, just her body of work. Her body of work is very serious, and again, just prayers out to the family and like me and Shawnee always talk about, man, time don't wait on nobody, and it's nobody's friend, and time is not your friend. It's nobody's friend, and it happens.
Yeah, that's something that's just gonna keep on moving. That's crazy.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in, you're checking out Big Bink's Break Room with me, Shawnee Scott, Big Bink to my left or right, whatever side that is, and below is Action Jackson. And speaking of Action Jackson, we are getting ready for February 7th, and we definitely want you to be in the house with us at Top Golf, located at 8787 Park Lane in Dallas, Texas. We're going to hang out there from 12 to 3, and we are playing golf, swinging. What are they called? What's the thing
Golf
called?
clubs.
Golf clubs.
Clubs.
The golf club. We're going to swing golf clubs to hit golf balls so they can make it to the hole. Raising money for Action Jackson to get on that bicycle and ride 545 miles from San Francisco to Los Angeles, all in the name of raising awareness, raising funds, and finding a cure for HIV and AIDS. And we need you there. So log on to the website below, over there, actionsaidsride.com. If you can't come, you can definitely make a donation. Our goal is to raise $10,000 by next Sunday. And we know that you guys can help us with that. Okay. 10,000 by next Sunday.
Speak it. Right? Speak that, girl. Speak that.
If everybody we know donated $1, I got 5,000 on Facebook. Shawnee, you got 5,000. Actually, you got 5,000. That's 15 off the WAP right there. In a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
But
in a perfect world.
No amount is too small. No amount is too big. Give. Let's help Action Jackson set it off as we get ready for the big game on February 7th. That's a Sunday. It's from 12 to 3 too. So you can bring your family.
And this is the thing. This is what I don't want to happen. Now I'm asking you to donate. I'm asking you to donate. You lost which sound? You can't hear us, Mels? I'm asking you guys.
What sound, Mels? Yeah, Mel said we lost the sound.
What sound go? But I'm asking.
I hear us.
To donate.
I hear. Hopefully.
$1.
Can you hear us out there?
You know what? I can do this. I got it sitting right here. I don't know why I'm not thinking. Oh, yeah, I can hear us.
Yeah. See.
Cut your volume up, Mels.
Asking you guys $1
Unmute us.
Just donate $1 today. Today is what? Thursday, January 28th, right?
20.
Yes.
Yeah, 28.
28 all day.
If you don't donate $1 today, and then June 21st, you call me, Shawnee, I need some help because I just found out my brother got AIDS or something. I'm gonna say, did you donate $1 to Actions AIDS Ride? Because y'all all know how to call me and ask me for help. So I'm asking you for help. And I've helped a lot of people, even when I did not have it to help. So I'm asking you for $1, $1, 4 quarters. Can you just go to actionsaidsride.com, click on the link, donate $1, $1.
And let me just tell you though, this girl right here is putting in some work, okay? And it's not about me. It's definitely not about me because I get nothing. I get 0 cents. Actually, I come out of the pocket because I have to still pay for airfare. I still got to pay for hotels. I still got to pay for everything else when I do the AIDS ride. So none of this goes to me. All this funds that we raise goes to the people in Los Angeles and people in San Francisco for the AIDS life cycle, period. End of story. And it's a tax write-off too. It's tax season. It's a tax write-off. They're a 501c3. So it's like you can get a tax write-off just for doing this. And for all those big ballers out there, every big business needs a charitable donation. So if you own a business, if you run a business, you need a charitable donation. This is it, the perfect one for you.
And if you don't believe us, when you click on the link for AIDS Life Cycle, the phone number is there. You can call them and ask them if we lying. I'm just saying. But
I've been doing it for 20 years, so I ain't got nothing.
Everyone knows that we're not lying. But I'm gonna let Action talk about him.
What was that? Oh, is he there? Is he there? We got everything ready to go? Mm-hmm. We got everything ready to go. Okay, so check this out, though. We speaking of the AIDS life cycle. We speaking of the big swing at Top Golf. We want you there. So I had to put in a phone call to one of the participants, one of the celebrities that we will be having in the Bay, who needs no introduction, but we made him one anyway. I'll let it roll, and then we'll talk to him on the other side.
Let's get the right one.
Big numbers. Big number 71.
Wait. World, stop.
That was dope.
Before we bring up Nate, I am so sorry, but we got to clap it up for Action Jackson. He put that video together.
Did you?
Yes.
I thought you did it.
No, Action did. You know, I've been running like a chicken with my head because I was like, Action, girl, stop. Give it up for Action Jackson on that. That's right there. That he did it all.
Oh, we gonna send you some more work, dog. I know you're doing that. I'm sending you some more stuff. Are you kidding me? Man, hold up.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Start rotating again. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Roll start rotating again. And bring my man in, big number 71. There you go. I see you, big one. I see you.
What's going on, man? Appreciate that intro, man. Hey, I ain't know you that good, man. Let me over here blushing, man.
Hey.
That's just for you. That's just for you.
How y'all doing out there?
We good, big bro.
I'm sorry, we ain't even greeted you because I'm just like, and I'm like, dang, Action, oh my God. Okay, all right. Hi, Nate. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
So much for being a part of Big Bink's Break Room and being a part of Action Jackson Super Swing Golf Tournament. We really appreciate you for participating in this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, honor. Been waiting to get out there, trying to knock off a little rust, man. You know, I'm super excited, man. Thanks for the opportunity.
But people like, what can you like kind of paint a picture of what life after football is like? I mean, people got this. They got this. Well, I was one of them. I got this thing like, you know, y'all got these big old checks rolling in for the rest of your life. You chilling, you on the beach, you kicking it. And, you know, I mean, some people do philanthropy, some people do other stuff, but, you know, do y'all still kick it like people you's on a team with? Are y'all still cool? Do y'all still hang out? Like that whole thing, like just kind of share some light on life after football, man, if you don't mind.
Well, that's a good question, man, because when me and Action go play golf, you know, he like to show love to them Raiders, so I always gotta, but you know, look, there you go. Being retired for me, I knew it was coming. They kind of try to prepare you for that moment. I knew when my body was had enough. So I'm a father of 5, married, my college sweetheart.
Y'all got 5 kids. Yeah, you had to marry, huh? You ain't had no choice.
All superstars.
You play volleyball, right?
Yeah, well, I have 4 daughters and 1 son. So my daughters
are married with 4 girls.
Yeah. So, you know, my wife ran track at LSU. She's 6'2", I'm 6'5". So, you know, we have tall children.
Grocery bill, something else.
Yeah. But you know, ever since I retired, I just been into the kids, a little bit of business, but trying to balance them all. Because everything needs a little time. So that's just been my main thing, trying to stay busy, and just share it amongst the kids, man. You know, not be too busy, you know, because I value being a father. I value being a husband as well. So, you know, I got my schedule full. So
that's dope, man.
He keeps it real. This I met him. He was taking his daughter to practice. That's how real this dude is. All right? I met him taking his daughter to practice. So his daughter and my daughter played on the same volleyball team, and that's how I met him. So you know he keeps it 100. He takes his daughter to practice.
And you know, I mean, the way I roll, it was just different. You know, like it was different when I came from Cincinnati to Dallas. Cincinnati was blue collar town, you know. When I came to Dallas, it was like Hollywood out here, man. But I had to remain focused, man. Wise man. Well, a fool learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from others. You know, so I hadn't heard about cowboy players in the 90s and, you know, throughout. So, you know, I was just trying to, you know, keep it clean, you know, and then I have 4 daughters. You know, I got my oldest one. She was actually, when I was playing, she was taking a tour of the facility. And, you know, so when her classmates seen my locker, you know, I mean, I got to stay clean. So, you know, I held up.
In case you're just tuning in, this is Big Pink's Break Room Podcast. This is where your opinion helps us strategically move the culture forward. Special guest, legend, played for the Bengals off that Highway 70. Played off that 35 in Dallas, Texas for the Cowboys. Nate Livens, who's going to be in person at Action Jackson's Super Swing Golf Tournament, which is on the 7th, about a week and a couple of days away, where you can actually get your tickets and everything now at actionsaidsride.com. A couple of people checking in early. Lucy, hey Lucy, and hi Darren. Darren off out there in Indianapolis. What's up, big bro? So Nate, man, COVID, man, we probably in month 10 or 11 right now. How has that been? Because you said you still taking the girls to practice. I got a daughter that do all-star cheer. My son play football, little league football. But how are you navigating through COVID, man?
Man, it's a great question. I started coaching football this year at my daughter's high school. She just got to 9th grade. So, I'm trying to squeeze as much time I possibly can from being around her. So I started coaching football, man. And it was a nervous time for me, man, because everybody was getting sick. The whole coaching staff got sick.
Did you get COVID?
Oh, man, I didn't get COVID.
It's all right if you did, though, because I had it. It's all right. It's cool.
Man, look, I'm knocking on wood right now, man. Look, hey, straight up. I was feeling like that thing was chasing me, coach. Look. Yeah, we still out here in the field, right? But everybody around me was getting sick, man. My high school football coach, he passed away early 2020 from COVID, man, and that hit me in my chest, man. He meant a lot to me. My mom passed away November 3rd from COVID. That rocked my world. So I'm not one of the ones that take it for granted. When my kids come in from practice, I'm like, hey, straight to the showers, straight to get yourself cleaned up. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's, it's 7 of us over here, you know what I'm saying? So, I got to keep that fungus away from here as much as I possibly can, man. And it's been a scary situation, but, my buddy, that's crazy. My buddy, Andrew Whitworth, the left tackle from the Rams, caught it too. I forgot his whole family caught it.
Hey.
He was going through that during the season, man. So man, it's we're just trying to keep the precautions, man. So,
hey, let me ask you. So, if you were still playing, how would you have navigated that in the season? Because how they had to play during the season and work their way around the season. How would you have thought about that, like having to play and dealing with the COVID at the same time?
I'd have did it, but I'd have quarantined myself. I would, that gave me a reason to stay away from the house.
Wait a minute. To stay away from your house?
So if I had,
if you was playing NFL, you was playing.
If I was playing, I played offensive line, so I'm all in it all day. So at the end of the day, I don't want to bring that home. I'll stay at a hotel while the season going on, long as I'm around in that environment, and I'm consistently testing all the time too. So, but that's something I wouldn't want to bring home to the fam. So,
okay, so if it was like that, and let's say you were playing and some of your teammates tested positive, would you walk away? Like if you were still playing, would you say, you know what, I'm gonna get this up because I want to be with my family?
Man, I'm on Big Bink. I'm on Big Bink's break room, so I'm gonna keep it real.
100.
When I played, I was gonna get the money. Because I came in the door on practice squad. I came in undrafted. You know what I'm saying? So I came through. I got it out the mud per se.
Yeah.
So, I was going to take proper precautions, but, I'm going. Because at the end of the day, I was getting paid, $1,500 a snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not missing no snap.
Was a snap.
Every play the ball is snap, I make $1,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to
snap.
But
No,
when they say height, when they say height.
Oh, okay.
But look, and that's a great question, man. Because here's my thing too. What makes me what unsettles me about the NFL is because you say you value the players.
Yeah.
If you value the players, concussion protocol says you out 2 weeks. Pat Mahomes wasn't out 2 weeks. I understand Pat Mahomes make $500 million. I understand if Pat Mahomes don't play, KC don't go to the Super Bowl.
No.
So what is this about? Is this about caring about the players, or is it about caring about that dollar? But that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, and you know what? And I know we're supposed to talk about some other things, but since I got a football player here, I got to and we're going to do it, and I promise I'm not going to stay on it too long. I'm going to respect your time. But I've looked at sports and football in particular as a plantation, because I'm seeing these players go out and they play, and then the people make all this money off of it. And like you said, well, I got $1,500 a snap. Well, if you get $1,500 a snap, and I understand that, you know, the pyramid thing, somebody has to be at the top making most of the money. But do you guys ever feel that way? Like, you know what, here, I'm giving my body, I'm giving my time. I could come out of this with an injury that could affect how I interact with my family, with my kids. They should do more. Can you answer that question first? If you can't, don't. But is that a conversation that you guys have?
Man, this locker room conversation. It's different, you know. It's all about how it's all about how you come up. You know, it's just all about how you come up. You know, and
I mean, do y'all feel like y'all have to do it, or do you feel like you don't have any
so
other to do this?
Put it like this. Show me another place in America I can come out of college making over $100,000 with or without a degree. Show me another place in America where I can come out of college with or without a degree and make $100,000 on practice squad. Now, if I got drafted, I changed the lives of generations. Now, here's the other part. When I get drafted, who's my agent? Who's in charge of my finances? Now, that's a whole nother discussion. But at the end of the day, my mama I've been living in Section 8 rent houses all my life. I've been eating fried pork chops and macaroni and cheese and weenie, and that's a deluxe meal in my house. Didn't have a vehicle. You know, sometime when my water got turned off, I had to go to the neighbor's house and fill up a gumbo pot and bring it back over and put it on the stove so I can have a hot bath. Like, when you come from those situations, those hunger moments make you go out and grind for it, and make you, by any means necessary, you're gonna go get it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Damn.
That's
I'm with you on that though. Watch
this. I'm gonna make it clear for you. But when I came from Cincinnati to Dallas, and they told me I had to go to the Jerry Land and meet Jerry at his suite. I had to go meet Jerry in his suite. I got there like 15 minutes before Jerry got there. You know, Jerry keep his security with him, so when he walked in the doors, his security man was with him. You know, and I looked him in his big blue eyes. He started talking that cowboy talk, and he stretched my arm out. Let me see how long your arm is. Started sizing me up. Let me see what I'm in his head. Let me see what I'm making my investment on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not ignorant to it, but it's how you position yourself. See, I was born and raised in Louisiana. You can't walk around and say certain things because what? You give up your cover. I graduated from LSU. I had to go learn how to speak Caucasian in this world. You got to understand where you're at.
I mean, I get that.
You got to understand how many kids I had to feed. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand how many kids still eating. And I've been over 7 years.
Yeah.
Statistics say it was supposed to be 5. So that's I
get it. I mean, I wasn't born with no silver spoon for sure. And as a single mom, I have to make it work. But that, like, where I'm about to go, we not gonna go because that's a whole nother show.
And I'm down for that show.
And yeah, we can do that later. So this is what we need to do now. Just in case you're tuning in, you checking out Big Bink's Break Room with Big Bink, Shawnee Scott, Action Jackson, and our guest Nate Living of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, former player of Dallas Cowboys. So, but you played for another team.
Once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
There it is. There it is. Cincinnati Bengals. Show love to the Bengals.
He's joining us February 7th at Action Jackson Super Swing Golf Tournament at Top Golf, 8787 Park Lane in Dallas, Texas. He is one of the team captains. So if you want to play on his team, what you need to do is log on to actionsaidsride.com right now and get registered, and you can play with a Cowboy. I know we got all them Cowboy fans out there, so you'll get to talk. But we are COVID rules are in place, so you can't get up in his face.
Yeah, and it's gonna be limited. And let me just tell you about this guy though right here. No, like soon as we start brainstorming this event and start thinking about doing this stuff for the AIDS Life Cycle, trying to raise money for the charity, and then we came up with the idea, the concept. Shotty came up with all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then we thought, okay, let's get some celebrities in the band. And I called him up. And the first thing he gonna say to me is like, what you need? Like, as soon as I said, I got this event, he's like, what you need? I mean, this is the heart this man has. I mean, just big. It's about giving back, about being in the community. And I'm not gonna let you escape without talking about your children's book, because this dude wrote a book for children. So he's an author too. So he's not just some crazy dumb jock athlete.
Wow. That sounds like a stereotype.
Yeah, it is a stereotype because that's how people play you, and you know it's true. The people like the jocks are dumb. They skate through college and no, dude. LSU wrote a book, got his own businesses, making moves, and he's taking the time out to help me out. So you guys help out as well.
Yeah. I understood I had to graduate from college. If I graduate from LSU, I can kind of, get a little head start in this world. And I never wanted to be labeled as the dumb jock, because it's so many of them, and I try to teach my kids too. Not to be average, not just in sports, but in academics, not to be average, because there's enough average people out there. I define average as doing enough just to get by. So everybody else, that's my definition of average. When it's so many people just want to do enough just to get by. Oh, I made it through. No, so that's kind of been my approach even since I retired. I wrote a children's book. Because I noticed there was a need for it, pretty much the schools that I go into in Texas and throughout the country, I walk in there. If I say I play with the Dallas Cowboys, they pretty much roll the red carpet out for me. And so I take advantage of it by not spending time talking about sports, but spending time with the kids, talking about the importance of education and academics and, putting the joysticks down and picking up books and growing mentally. So that's my thing, and you mentioned that single parent mom. A lot of these schools that I go in have single parent children, that don't know how to handle themselves in classrooms, don't want nothing to do with school. I got a story behind that too. When I signed to go to college, I wasn't eligible. Nick Saban came from Michigan State to LSU, and he came to visit me in my high school, and he showed me my transcript. He said, "Nate, I got a scholarship for you, but you got a 1.7 GPA. You don't qualify. You got a 12 on the ACT test. You don't qualify." And that's something that I didn't know. They just told me go to school, have a 1.5 to be on the football team. And so that's what I did. And so when I realized I had an opportunity, I took advantage of it, and that's what I try to give the kids now. I'm a football coach because I love it. It's my passion, giving kids an opportunity to get out of certain situations by putting their hands in the dirt and working for it. And also from the academic standpoint, because it took me 2 years to get qualified into college. So, I try to spread that along as well. I'm in real estate, I own a few properties here and there.
Boom, a few.
I try to
residential or commercial property?
Both. But I'm a residential fan, because like I said, all I ever lived in was Section 8 property. So I'm a residential fan. So
okay, so being a person that lives in Section 8, and I sure ain't knocking it. Look, okay. So with your properties, are your properties on Section 8, or do you only rent to other families?
No, ma'am. I don't. None of my properties on Section 8.
Oh, you must have a big properties.
Well, no, it's not so much that big. I start them from scratch. I build from ground up. I try to leave the ones that's been existing for a while alone. I don't like past problems. I like new problems with new solutions. That's
a dope philosophy, bro. I like that. Man, hold up.
Yeah. So I like to stick to. I like to stay away from Section 8, but I do deal with residents that I try to pull out of Section 8 and kind of get them going. I'm partners with a lot of guys in like Habitat for Humanity down there, helping put families in homes and, kind of educate them on the credit system and so forth. So
good stuff.
Big stuff. Big stuff. Good stuff. So let me ask you, because we were talking about this, the guy everybody loves to hate. What you think about this game coming up this Super Bowl Sunday? Because I'm like, ever since the Tuck rule, I hated Tom Brady.
I don't blame you.
Ever since the Tuck rule, me and Tom Brady had beef.
Yeah.
The Tuck rule. Okay, real quick, for those that don't know, it was a game between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. It was snowing. Brady fumbled the ball, but they said he was trying to tuck it in. And they came up with this whole rule called the Tuck rule for him because the Raiders
from his team.
Yeah. The Raiders, if the Raiders would have won that game, they would have been going to the Super Bowl. But except for the Patriots won that game, and that started off their whole dynasty right there. Because from that point on, they were winning. So, but I hated Brady ever since then because they made up that rule just for him in that game. That rule had never been called before or anything. So, but now that this dude is going to possibly, and it's going to be a good game, I'm not counting him out. You can't count him out. Even though I like Mahomes, I like KC, you cannot count him out. And I'm like, if he wins 6 Super Bowls, I mean, is he the GOAT? I mean, you know. He's the GOAT.
He's a GOAT, coach. I tell you, he's the GOAT from a fan perspective and a player perspective. I played against him in New England. Well, look, when you walk, look.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Look, when you play against guys like Tom, and it's only one Tom, but when you walk after the Star Spangled Banner and the kickoff is gone and they get the ball, it's game over. Like and then especially if you have wrinkles in your defense, it's game over. And playing for the Bengals, no disrespect to Bengals fans all over, but as many times as we went up there to New England, we never were successful. It was pretty much a blowout. But come this Sunday, look, it's kind of like you said, the Tuck rule. It's the Brady rule, right? So I think is a GOAT in the NBA, and what's his name? Hey, they got a Jordan rule too, right? So, NFL, you got a Brady rule. I give it to him. Much respect going to 10 Super Bowls, even if they lose. You got to give it to the guy, man. He's 43. Yeah. We watched Drew Brees go out crying, and we watching Tom going out swinging, man. So I'm
Who gonna win though? Who you got?
Man. Hey, I say this, man. I'm not betting. Man, I gotta go with Tom. For one, LSU, Leonard Fournette. Two, you got linebacking core from LSU. We got a lot of LSU on Tampa's team, man. You got a little bit on the other squad too, man. But that defense, man. That boy JPP, he coming off that edge still too, man. That defense rolling, man. That linebacker from LSU looking like a young Ray Lewis out there, man.
That's a great point. The defense from Tampa Bay was showing out this past Sunday or whatever the game was.
Yeah.
But I'm very nervous about Kansas City's defense when you back there with them corners and free safeties and DBs. I'm nervous about that because sometimes they tend to let quarterbacks just pass all over them. Baker Mayfield killed them that day. They lost to Kansas City, but Baker Mayfield was killing them.
Yeah.
And they can't keep up with them receivers, man. So that's the only Achilles heel to me for Kansas City. I want to see the black dude win. I want to see Andy Reid get another championship because I just know he's been coaching for a long time, and he only got one, right? Or he got two. The other one's with Green Bay, right? He got
Philly.
two. Oh, Philly. Right.
He didn't win it though, did he? They lost against New England. Yeah.
No, they won. Philly beat New England.
Philly beat.
Remember Nick Foles came in?
No, I'm talking about when T.O. played.
Oh no, yeah, that was 2004. Now T.O. and Donovan and McNabb. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're exactly right. That was 2004. They lost. So I think like Ashton was saying, like the best of today versus, both of them kind of the best of today. People leaning on Patrick because he got the swag and he throwing stuff behind his back and he finger rolling and all that stuff. But it's gonna be a great game, man. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game too.
I know it's gonna be a big money game, man. Due to Corona and all that other stuff, you ain't gonna be. To me, that's the biggest game it could have been, man. Because you got the last two winning Super Bowl quarterbacks playing against each other. You got the old guy versus the young guy. You got old fans and these new swag fans, and I think it's great for football. It'd be even better if you get a quarterback by the name of Carr in there. Sooner or later.
Hey, this is Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Hanging out with Shawnee Scott, Action Jackson, our special guest, Cincinnati Bengal, Dallas Cowboy, offensive line legend Nate Livings. And speaking of the offensive line, bro, what years did you play?
I played from 06 to 12 and 13 in Dallas.
So give me your 2000s top five. Your 2000s top five.
Top five D linemen or top five?
Top five defense people, individuals.
Okay, I'll
top five. Since you played in the 2000s,
I'll tell you my top five that I've ever been on the field with.
That's even better. That's dope. That's even doper.
First off, I gotta go to Ray Lewis. First off, I gotta go to Ray. Man, a quick little 2 cents about Ray, man. I was in awe when we played against him, man. We was running 34 power. I was the pulling guard. Ray was mugged up in the A gap. I looked at the cornerback and pointed at him just so I could throw Ray off a little bit. But Ray is so intelligent. He called it. He was like, power coming up the A gap. Snapped the ball. Bam. Ray smoked me in the face. Look, messed the whole play up. I was like, that's why he's Ray Lewis. The second greatest play, well, not greatest play. I won't even go in that order. I've played against Peyton Manning. Man, watching him tear our defense apart, watching him do his thing, against other opponents, man, it was crazy. Another guy that don't get no love. I played against some really good D linemen in my career. I know a guy that don't get love, man, and I'm gonna give him some love because he deserves it. It's Geno Atkins. Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna give him love. Best D lineman I ever played against in my whole career. Explosive, fast, hustle, grind. Great guy off the field. So I got to throw Tom in there as well. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my top 4 or 5 players
That's a good company right there. That's some good company right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah, everybody you named is dope. That's good.
Yeah, I played against number one was with the Raiders, but you know that's Warren going out the dope. So
hey, one more Raider reference, and we gonna go to the golf course, buddy. We going straight to the golf course.
No, I got
you. I have a question. I got a question. So, what is it like playing golf with action?
I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You get a bunch of everything playing with him. But you know, when I was a kid, I used to hang out with old people, not calling it action old. By no means. It's the wisdom part. It's because I got you, bro. Like, it's the wisdom part. Because hold on, pause. Like, here's my thing about action now. Hold on, let me do this. Here's my thing about him. He walks the course better than I do. Like, he walked, and it's not me pulling his leg. He walks in. He know this too. I done told him on the course before too. Like, he walks the course. I mean, he can play all day if he wanted to. 2-3 rounds, very in shape. He inspires me. We talk about the age ride a lot because he rides every year. And I've been pulling his leg, but not really pulling his leg. But I'm from Louisiana. I got an eating problem, so I've been wanting to get on that ride. I just, I see how some of them out there. You had to leave me 2 cities behind. But great guy, great character. I love hanging out with him, man, because he always got a nugget to drop on me. We fathers of volleyball daughters. We share a lot. Area too, so. Just a great guy to be friends with, man. Just playing in the NFL, you meet a lot of people. A lot of people just want to hang out with you just because of who you are. But man, when I met him, he was genuine. I love his wife, love his kids too. So great guy.
Did you take your kids to? Did you take your kids to Kings Island when you was in Cincinnati?
Yes, sir, I did.
I used to go there at least twice a summer, man. That's equivalent to Six Flags, y'all here in Texas. They got a pop of those out there too, by the way. So,
you know what you have to do, Nate? You have to get on the bike with Action, because Action got me on the bike after I had surgery. I was out of surgery. You need to get on this bike; it'll make you feel better. And I went and rode with him, and he left me. So you should try. You should do spending time.
So you say he left you? Imagine riding California.
He has me signed up for California, so I'm going with him and Sherry this time.
Yeah,
but I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah. She gonna try to make it.
I
got a plan. Oh, I'm gonna look real good. Y'all gonna see the videos, and Bink is coming too. He don't know he coming yet, but he's gonna ride. So I say that you should sign up and ride too, because it's not a race, it's a ride, and you will beat me because I'm gonna be the slowest one. So
I'm keeping Nate to the golf course. Me and Nate gonna stick to the golf course.
Go ahead. I got you.
No, I was just gonna say, before we get out of here, Nate, Action on something about you writing children's books, man, and the book is currently out now, right? Can people purchase it right now?
Yes, sir. It's Big Boy Nate Adventures First Football Road Trip. It's on Amazon. You can get it at Amazon.com. Big Boy Nate Adventures First Football Road Trip. It's about me and my son. We went to a football game with my little brother was playing football. We went to the game in Abilene, Texas. My parents met us out there. We had a great time, and I just captured the moment, and I wrote a book from it, and I love that, man, and how football brings family together, and do the coaching and all that stuff, man. It's just sports, it just brings family together, and it's also I try to share the book too with kids that they don't write children's books for, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic kids, I was at a school in Texas, and I had a kid, asked me if my book was in Spanish, and I was like,
Mm.
no, it's not. But that's a great point because they don't make children's books in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So I got I got God in me, man. I love everybody. It don't matter what you look like, man. It's about the spirit, you know. So, man, peace and love to everybody. Thanks for this opportunity to come share with all of y'all and y'all listen.
Wait. Don't wrap up yet, because I know we got to wrap up. But I got. Do you have a nonprofit?
Yeah.
Okay, we're supposed to talk about that, and then somebody took it back to football. So
okay, I got my nonprofit, the Nate Livings Foundation. What we do is we help out with low-income families in low-income neighborhoods. We do, we give out scholarships. We do turkey drives. We do coat drives. We sponsor a lot of different sports teams throughout the community where I'm from. So we try to do a lot in that area, because, I remember my mom used to sit in the line and wait for a Thanksgiving basket so we can have a happy Thanksgiving, so that's why, I consistently try and push myself at helping families that grew up or grow up like I did too. So.
Okay. Well, when we log off, please don't hang up, because I want to say something offline.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This guy right here.
Go.
I tell you, it's 100% all the time, and I appreciate it, man. And love back to your family and the wife and kids. And I know I used to call him Little Nate, but I know he ain't little no more. I had a chance to see him in a minute, hang out with my little buddy. We used to hang out at the volleyball games, but I'm like, yeah, I know he ain't little no more. He gotta be sprouting up.
No, man.
And it's a family affair on Sunday, February 7th. So if you want to meet Big Nate, Lil Nate, and everybody else with the Nates, y'all come on out. y'all come on out and see him in action, and Shawnee and the whole Media Room 360 family at Top Golf. This is for our Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington listeners. If you're going to come down from Louisiana or Missouri or Oklahoma or Florida, hey, come on down. You know what I'm saying?
Where's JP Salsa coming from?
JP Salsa is coming from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's coming from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That's the bay that you're the captain of. You're the Captain Bay for JP Salsa.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Some of the best salsa in America. We did a lot of stuff in Columbus, Ohio. So that's why I was in Cincinnati all the time.
Gotcha.
Shout out my man Kevin.
Kevin Kirksey, our other sponsor.
Kevin Kirksey. I'm gonna spank him because today I had to go to Redbird Mall, which is a icon mall. I grew up in that mall, and I stopped in End Zone. Shout out to Cheryl and Cleotis.
Guess in Dallas.
Product I saw in End Zone. Kevin Kirksey.
Boom.
Our partner, our main partner. Awesome. One of our main partners.
You want to buy some of the stuff that you've seen us in, and like that Black Pride hat that I took the picture in, they have that there for sale. So if you're in the DFW area and you want to go just purchase it up front, you can go to End Zone to Redbird Mall and get it.
Or shop online.
Hey,
KevinKirksey.com. KevinKirksey.com.
Shout out them Star Girls.
Star Girls. Media Room 360. We got to shout out Basil Mitchell.
Basil Mitchell.
A Bay captain too for Media Room 360. He played for the green and yellow team and the blue.
Hey, we gonna get her right, Nate. We gonna get her right.
We try to help her out, Nate. We try.
Any information?
We can't leave out Vita Loca.
Oh yeah, definitely not Vita Loca. That's my girl Vita. Holla at me.
DJ Red, the MC, he'll be there too.
Yeah. Big up Red. I saw that flyer, Red. That's dope. I saw the flyer.
And you gonna be there too. For all information, go to actionsaidride.com. Go hug somebody. Tell them you love them. Put on the mask, and we'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Nate, we appreciate you, big bro.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Much love to everybody.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, what you doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room. Hit 'em in the break room. What you doing? Hey, what we doing? I be in the break room. I be in Bye.